Is it live? Seems so. Okay, so I'm back after a week. I know this week I have not uploaded any video, I guess. Oh, okay. Apart from the announcement of Java course or JavaScript course. So great. So it seems I'm live because I'm not. I don't know if I'm live there. It seems live. Okay, great. So great. So let's start with a question answer session, right? So okay, just hold on. Are you showing ad? Okay, so let's wait for everyone to join so that we can start and we can talk about different stuff. I guess it's camera is very far. Closer. Okay, great. Everything seems good. So let's start with the questions, everyone. So I can see 70 people are already watching this. So come on, guys. If you like my live sessions, hit that like button there. Okay, let me just reduce the volume. Okay, great. So let's pick up some questions. So nothing as of this week, just to announce. Apart from my health, everything is going good. Okay, so great. So let's pick up the questions, and then in between, I can talk about different stuff which I will talk about. So let's start with the questions. And the questions here is a lot of people are saying hi, hello everyone. I wanted to go live in the middle, I mean the midweek as well. Maybe on I was trying to go on live on Thursday as well, but health is something which was giving me some issues. Okay. Uh, okay, so let's pick up the questions. Question from Anmol: which JavaScript framework to learn? Okay, so JavaScript framework, there are different frameworks available, right? It's depend upon what you want to build. Example, if you want to go into UI, you can go for Angular JS. If you want to work on in the backend programming, you can use MeanStack, where you have Express.js as a framework. So there's so many frameworks available, right? If you're going for machine learning, we have TensorFlow. It depends what you want to do. For that, we have different frameworks. In fact, as everyone knows, we have started with JavaScript series as well, which is conducted by Tanmay. So he will help you in that for sure. Okay, so once he says, "Are you fine now?" Almost, I'm almost fine. You can say 90% I'm feeling okay. 10% I'm feeling okay. I'm not that good. So weakness and then cough. So still facing some issues. Okay, Vamsi says, "Is PHP old technology?" Kind of. Now, everything is old nowadays, right? The moment you say programming language, everything is old, right? Yeah, apart from the new language like Dart, Go language, they are new, but then apart from that, everything is old. It's just that whatever language you are using, is it really helpful for the current projects which you're doing? Example, PHP is basically used for web development. If the current project, if you are doing is web development, and if you know PHP, go for that. Yeah, if for someone who want to learn a programming language for the first time and then they want to explore a web language, I would not suggest PHP. You can go for Python, you can go for ASP or JSP or Ruby, one of the best one. Uh, okay, next one. How is your health, sir? Okay, yeah, so I'm getting a lot of concerns. So thank you so much, everyone, for showing concerns about my health. I'm feeling good now, better. So at least I can start work. So I can start making videos. I can work on my project, which we are working on. So yes, I can do that. Uh, okay, please make a video on creating an account in Servlet. You want to? Okay, so the sign up form you're talking about, right? Okay, so I've created the video for login, I guess. So let's see. Let's try for sign up as well. क्या मैं डायरेक्ट पाइथन से स्टार्ट करता हूँ? Okay, you can start directly with Python. That's fine. In fact, Python is one of the easiest language to learn. Apart from other language, like if you want to learn Java, there's so many syntax you have to remember. But Python is damn easy, right? So just watch my video, you will feel comfortable. Okay, I'm a fresher. What to study? There's okay. So if you're a fresher, there's everything you have to study. Okay, there's so many things in the IT industry. Okay, now this is one concern. I wanted to make a video on this, but then as I was not good from last 1 week, I missed it. So there's one video I want to specifically make about when you say you're doing technology. In fact. I feel very bad about some things when I go on YouTube. Example, when 3 to 4 years back, I wanted to build a platform where which everyone can use and they can learn stuff. Okay, because money was never a matter for me. The important was I want to educate people. At that point, instead of building my platform, I tried. Okay, so I tried building my own platform, but it's not that easy to build your own platform where you can serve videos to everyone. It is easy to create a platform or a website you can say where you can have quiz, where you can have assignments, stuff. But the moment you say videos, it takes a lot of power to build a website which has videos, right? Which can stream videos. Now, I was not knowing about different online platform which provides you all these features. For example, if you want to be educated now, just go to websites like Teachable, Learners. So there are so many websites available. In fact, from last 2 months, I'm exploring different domains like Learners. We have Teachable. We have some more. So you can just go there. You can create your own platform and you can be a tech professional. But then I was focusing only on YouTube. So YouTube was a main platform. So YouTube was the main platform where I was putting all my content, right? And I never believed that so the platform which I'm building is one of the best platform. Okay, so yes, people are getting help from that. People are enjoying my platform. That's a different part, right? But I never say that this is one of the best platform available. Apart from that, we have some tech channels, right? So people call themselves as tech channels. I don't have issues with them. That's fine. They claim themselves as tech channel. But the moment they say they are a tech channel and what they do is they provide mobile reviews. They provide reviews about different gadgets. And that's fine, right? Mobile phones is one of the biggest invention nowadays, right? So you cannot survive without your smartphone. But is it the technological things are limited to mobile phones? So example, let's say if someone says, hey, I want to improve my technical skills. Will you ask them, hey, learn about this mobile phone, learn about that mobile phone? Of course not, right? If you're going for the interviews, of course, they will not be asking you which phone has what configuration. So you have to understand this. Mobile reviews is not technical stuff. In fact, okay, that's fine, okay? So people are saying they're technical platform and they're providing mobile reviews, that's fine. But the moment you go to Google now and if you search for tech news, what you get is mobile news. I'm not just talking about some YouTubers and then some websites, even websites like Times of India, websites like, I mean, all the leading newspapers, they have their websites, and when the moment that you go into tech, the tech part of that, they will show all different mobile phones. This is something which is concern, right? This is a big concern for me. So there are two big concerns. One, the moment you say technology, what technology is for you, right? So for some people, technology means mobile phones. For some people, technology simply means Android. Hey, learn Android, learn Android technology, right? So they say if you want to be a tech professional, learn Android. If you want to be a tech professional, learn iOS. That's now how industry works, right? The moment you say tech, there are so many things available, right? Like we have testing, we have DevOps, we have AWS, we have cloud computing, we have machine learning, we have Android. Yeah, that's one of the part. We have web development, right? There are so many stuffs available. But focusing only on the moment you say tech, you're talking about Android phones, you're talking about Android OS or the mobile web development. That's not what tech professionals are, okay? And don't just be a programmer. In fact, I will surely make a separate video on this talking about this aspect. Uh, because the idea is to help people, right? The moment I created this platform just to help you people, and then the moment you get misguided, that's where it hurts. So I was talking to one of my subscriber last week, and then we were having this discussion on WhatsApp. I don't know from where he got my number. So we were having the discussion. Sorry for that. So this is the 10% I was talking about. So he pointed out about the aspect on if you want to be a tech professional, which mobile platform I should choose. Is it compulsory to be a programmer to call yourself as tech professional? That's not the answer, right? So when you say tech professional, there's so many things available. So I will surely make a video on this and then we'll talk about it for sure. Okay. Next, is Azure good to learn? Of course, right? So if you are working for a company who uses Microsoft technologies, they will be using Azure for sure, right? They don't have a choice, right? So when you talk about cloud platform nowadays, one of the best cloud platform available is AWS, right? and then we also have Google Cloud Products, which is GCP. Apart from that, in Microsoft world, one of the best one is Azure. And if you are working for a company who prefers Microsoft platform, I would say go for Azure. That's great. So yes, I can see we have more than 500 people watching this. That's great. That's the benchmark we have. But come on, guys, hit that like button there. If you enjoy my sessions. Okay, so Gaurav's, okay, I just lost the question. So the question is, can you make some videos about Node.js plus Express? The thing is, I'm not into JavaScript framework, right? I'm not into JavaScript world. I wanted to, so at one point I tried, but then I don't feel comfortable when I work on JavaScript. So maybe I will not be making a video on it, but then I'm doing collaboration with Tanmay. So let's see if he can do that, but I will not be doing JavaScript. Okay, source to learn Spring security. That's the thing, the moment you say Spring, we don't have good resources available. So in fact, I have checked out some videos, some courses on Udemy as well. But the moment you talk about Spring framework, I have not found any courses on Spring which is worth buying and worth learning. Maybe Spring documentation is best. So if you really want to learn Spring security, go for Spring documentation and try it out, right? I'm also planning to make a video on Spring again. I'm in the advanced part, but let's see. There are so many things lined up, right? We have microservices, we have blockchain. So there are so many things to cover. So let's see if I get some time I can do on Spring apart other frameworks as well. Now, there is one more thing I was talking about. Since I'm focusing more on these platforms, we are open for donations if you want to. So that's one thing you can prefer. Okay. Best source for machine learning. Go to coursera.org and get started. So there's a good course from Andrew Ng. You can watch that, at least for the start. I feel the moment you start doing something, that's where you will get different ideas, right? So if you want to learn machine learning, go for the basic course from Andrew Ng. Maybe he will suggest you different courses available and then different path. Start with that, right? Nothing. You will not lose anything by studying that course. I think it is free, so why not? What's the difference between AI and machine learning? Not a big difference, because machine learning is a part of AI. In fact, I was reading some article, and there's something which they mentioned very correctly, which is AI is just a concept which will be limited to labs. Okay, so as a research professional, they will be using AI. But then the moment you say businesses, right? So businesses will be using the subset of AI. Example, business will use machine learning with a subset of AI. So machine learning is a subset. It's a small part of AI, right? A video of Android Studio. Okay, I do have a video on Android Studio. Okay, question. Where's the question? To learn Python, where can I learn Udemy or Coursera? So if you want to learn Python, just follow the Telusko learning videos. I do have the entire series on Python. Okay, now when I say entire series, people are expecting that I have also uploaded video on web framework. See, the moment you say Python language, I have covered a Python language. Okay, there might be one or two topics in between which I've missed. I need to check that, but I have covered the Python language. Yes, the moment you say advanced part, we have web frameworks, we have GUI frameworks. That is something which we have not covered, and it was mentioned that I will not be covering that. Okay, so I have covered Python language. So just go to this channel, watch the playlist on Python, and you're good to go. Okay, we got a super chat, but I can't find it. Oh yeah, so we got a super chat. So we got a super chat from Rishabh, and question is, sir, I am interested in data scientist job. Should I do data analyst course first and then data scientist course, or directly data scientist course? Even I'm not sure, do we really need a data analyst course for that? So in this case, I would suggest start with data science course. Okay, so go to Udemy or go to Coursera, just start with data science course. If they mention the prerequisite is data analyst, then go for that. I don't think you need the analyst course. But the thing is, one thing I've observed, people who are moving to data science, they are from the data analysis background, right? So So yes, it is preferred, but is it compulsory? That's a question which even I'm not sure. So start with data science course. If they mention the prerequisite, then go for data analyst. Okay, next question. What's the next big thing? Blockchain, IoT, or machine learning? All. Why you have to choose one? It's all. Everything is going to boom nowadays. Because of IoT, we will be making IoT devices intelligent by using machine learning. And to manage all this data, to secure all those IoT platforms, we need blockchain, right? So in future, we will be having technologies based on all three. So everything is good. Okay, which website is good for Java web service? I'm not sure. For web service, not sure. But you can prefer. So I do have some videos on web services, right? REST web services. And I believe nowadays it's all about documentation. If you want to learn something, this company to give you good documentations, right? And that's where I want to talk about one more thing about the resources. In fact, last month I had a meeting with one of the CEO of one of the very big book publication in Asia. So they are the largest book publication, and then we were having this chat about different stuff, right? About videos, about books, how technology is changing, how technology is changing from people from books to videos, right? So people nowadays are preferring more videos than books. And somewhere there was a point which came into picture, which was about the right resource. See, if you 10 years back, if you want to learn something, there was no other option, right? Just go to market, buy some books, and refer it. And we know that when you buy a book, the content in that book should be perfect, right? That's why the publication house, they invest so much of money to publish those books. So those books will be having right content. So as a content creator, it's possible to write a book. Then we have a testing team who will check that book from start to end. They might miss one or two stuff, right? But the moment you say you have video platform, right? Nowadays we have so many people who are making content. It's difficult to trust someone, right? Anyone can just come up nowadays and say, hey, I can teach you, let's say Python, I can teach you Node.js, I can teach you Java. Can you trust them? Can you trust their content? It's not just you're investing money, okay? It's also about you're investing your time, you're investing your brain. Example, let's say if someone don't know Java and they're teaching you Java. The problem is they might teach you wrong concept, right? And if you have learned the wrong concepts, it will be difficult for you to unlearn them later, right? This is something even I'm facing nowadays. So let's see, how do you solve this problem? How do you know what to learn? What is the right resource to learn something, right? Now the example for blockchain as well. From last few days, I'm doing some research on blockchain, and there are so many resources available on blockchain, but then most of them is just clickbait, right? They say we will give you a video on blockchain. They will say, okay, so let's make an application on the app. Okay, so let's make our first application on the app, and what they will give you is hello world. They will give you counter. The video should be all about, right? So your content should match with your title. That's one thing which I'm facing. So let's see how can we solve that problem. Okay, next question. Can I expect more videos on Scala? Scala is on hold as of now because I'm not working on Scala. So whatever I was knowing about Scala, I've made that video on it. And I guess for basic, it's good. So the idea of making Scala tutorials was just to help you to understand Scala, right? So if you know Java, how can you understand Scala in one day? That was my ultimate aim. Currently, I'm not working on Scala, so I cannot promise that, but maybe in future. Okay. What is more in web than CRUD operation? What is more in... Okay, there's so many things in web, right? It's not just about CRUD operation. You can provide services, right? You can provide video service, you can provide image service, you can provide, let's say if someone says, uh, you can provide different services, right? So example, let's say if you talk about Facebook, it's not just about posting your status and then watching someone else's status, because Facebook feeds, the news feeds is very customized, right? They run machine learning on your feeds, and based on who you are, they will show only those feeds. Example, if I'm publishing something on my profile on Facebook, not everyone will see it, right? So if you're a regular watcher, if you're a regular follower of me on Facebook, then only you will see that status. So that's also one thing you can implement in your web, implementing machine learning, then changing the backend part as well. So yes, as a client will push data, a client will read data. That's where CRUD operation comes into picture. But how to play with a user, how to make your user stay on your website for a longer time, that's where you have to spend more time. Right. Uh, okay, so Java or Python, which has more scope? It depends, right? If you are joining industry now, I would say go for Java. It's one of the best thing. Question from Rajesh Ratan. I'm from application support, guys. Experienced guy with 3 years experience. What is best suit for my career? So I would say DevOps. If you're giving me option of DevOps and testing, DevOps, right? Because there are so many companies nowadays, they are implementing DevOps culture. So you will get better opportunity. Being a tester, because if you follow Agile, everyone has to do everything, right? A developer will test it, a tester will deploy it. So if you're in DevOps, you will get all the opportunities. Your blockchain series. Yeah. So I was supposed to start with blockchain from this week itself, but health is not good. So from next week we'll start it. So from next week we are going to start with blockchain. How to improve my communication skill in 3 months? Talk to people, right? That's the best way. Say if you want to learn cricket, if you want to learn football, you have to play, right? That's what you do. If you want to improve communication, talk to people. Observe different people. So just go to YouTube, observe different English speakers, uh, watch TED Talks, observe their behavior, because it's not just about English, right? It's also about the behavior, the way you talk, the way you, resonate your words, the way you look in people's eyes, right? So you have to observe all those things and practice, right? Implement those skill set with your friends, with your family, talk to them in different way. It will be weird at start, but you will get used to it. So if you want to improve your communication, start doing it. That's the only way. Okay, guys, so if you're enjoying this session, hit that like button there. That's what motivates me to make more videos like this. Okay, are there any scope in... Okay, lost the question. Okay, what is Spring Framework and Hibernate Framework? So basically, Spring is a framework for Java. The idea is when you work on Java projects, there are so many things, there are so many good practices you have to follow. There are so many design patterns you have to implement, like we have factory design pattern. We have to work with loose coupling. We have to understand dependency injection. So when you work on Java project, we have to take care of all those things just to make your project more maintainable and less clumsy. And that's it. So more readable. So if you want to make a project in those scenarios, you have to do everything by yourself. I know use dependency injection, implement factories and pattern. So instead of doing this from everything by yourself, that's where Spring Framework comes into picture. So Spring is a framework which will give you all those features, right? What is Hibernate now? The Hibernate is basically a ORM tool. ORM stands for Object Relational Mapping. So we have objects in Java. We have tables in database. So how can you connect the Java object with table directly? That's the part. So watch my videos. I do have videos, right? So watch 2 to 3 videos and you will get the idea. Next question is, I want to donate through Thais. Yeah, you can do that. So if you want to donate through Thais, you just use my number. Okay, so Share the number, right? Okay, next question. Next question is which one is the best for which one is best for freshers, backend or front end? It's both are good, both are good. But then nowadays it's more about show off, right? People who work on front end, they have an option of showing off their projects, right? Example, if I work on backend, I can't show my work. That's the problem, you know. So I have worked on so many projects, but then most of the projects are backend projects. I can't even show you my projects, right? If you want to show off your projects, go for front end. Example, learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and you can show to the world what you can do, right? So it depends actually. So I love backend, so I would prefer backend always. But if you're a creative person, if you know how to create something for people to use it, if you know if you're good with UI, UX, I would say go for front end. Yeah, blockchain will start from tomorrow. So people who want to share, who want to donate using Tez app, I'm sharing my number, the Tez number, so you can just send it there. Okay, BPM. One question you missed that. Okay, so BPM. I'm not sure what BPM is. Can you just put the full form of BPM? Maybe I forgot the full form of it. Okay, why the name Telusko? In fact, I have a special video on this. So just go to YouTube and search for what Telusko means. There's a video, special video on why name Telusko. I just started watching your Python videos. Why do you greet your audience with hello aliens? I have a video on this as well. So just go to YouTube and search for why do I call you alien? Is that the video name? So let us share the video in the chat. So watch that video. Karan says business process management. It's good. So I've not personally experienced in that, but what I heard about it is good. So see, anything with business is always good, right? So as a tech professional, if you are working in business, it's always good because business people need you, right? But you need to check that in detail, what business process management is. Next question, how do I make a career in Android market? By making Android applications. That's what I do. So learn Android and make dummy apps. Create your own Facebook, fake Facebook, create your own fake Twitter, learn it, and then implement something by yourself. Upload your project on GitHub and share it with the recruiters. Okay, how do you see the career in business intelligence? It's a good career. Startup or MNC for starting career in IT? Okay, so if you're starting in career in IT, I would always say go for startup. Because startup, you will learn a lot. That's not the case with MNCs, right? Yeah, in MNC, you will understand how business works, but still learning is a bit low there. But package is good. You will get opportunity to go abroad. But if you are getting into startup, payment will be less maybe, but then the amount of learning you'll be getting every year will be high. Share, they will watch it. So I'm sharing the link in the chat window about why I call you alien. Watch it. Okay. Series on IoT? No, I'm not planning for IoT as of now. Scope in testing or Java for fresher? See, scope is everywhere, right? Scope is everywhere now, right now, but it's all depend upon what you want to do. Example, if you love testing, I would go for testing. If you love Java development, you go for Java development. That's what I always say, right? In fact, I've made a video on this as well. How do you choose your technology? And that's where you have to explore all the technologies first, right? So you cannot simply say Java is bad. You cannot simply say testing is bad. Try both. See what motivates you more, and then make a career in that. Okay, last 5 minutes. I can feel the pain here. May I know what is AI? So AI is basically artificial intelligence, which simply means you are adding your own intelligence in the machine, right? Nowadays, machine cannot think, right? Machine can only do those things which you want it to do. So in future, machine can take their own decisions, right? They can understand data. They will observe you, and based on that, they will make decisions for you. That's AI. Okay. Do you know Hitesh Chaudhary? Of course, I know. So normal. Sometimes we also have some chat. Okay. Okay, which one is good? Salary hike, Java or mean stack developer? Both. See, salary hike is everywhere, right? It's all depend upon, are you providing value to your business? It's not about how much technology you know. Okay, it's all about how much value you can provide to business. And yes, if you know technology, of course you can help your company. But then learning technology is not important. It's learning technology so that you can help the business. That's very important. And if you're helping your business, every field is important. Maybe mean stack or Java or testing or maybe cloud or machine learning. See, even if you know machine learning but you cannot help your business, it's of no use. Trust me. Even if you are expert in machine learning but you cannot help your business, it's of no use. Okay, we got a super chat from Ankit. Thank you so much, Ankit, for the super chat. It always helps. Ever looked at C Sharp? Yeah, I know C Sharp. Okay. Okay, where's the question? Do you hack Facebook? Okay. Everyone can hack Facebook, right? It's so easy. Okay. So the thing is, don't even search how to hack Facebook. Okay. Uh, See, Facebook is not something which is easily hackable. Maybe there are some expert hackers who can do that. I don't want to challenge any hacker, but then it's not a cup of tea for normal people, right? So we are developers. Technology is not just about hacking, right? I know that's one of the hype which is created by some people. If you want to be IT professional, you have to learn hacking. That's not the case. It's one of the domain which is there, and so no, I don't hack Facebook, and neither can you. Okay. How government block any website using reverse proxy? No idea. No idea. DevOps videos. Maybe I will try to upload some videos on DevOps, but then not the complete course. I'll try to give basic idea. Is possible to apply data structure in JavaScript? Of course, of course. JavaScript does support OOPS, right? So you can implement linked list, you can implement all those stuff, and you should do that. You should do that. Is Python needed for ethical hacking? Maybe, maybe. Uh, Should I learn Flutter or React Native? Okay, so this is somewhere. So normally, this is the project. This is the problem which we were facing from last week. So I'm working on one of the project, which is a very big project actually. And for the client side, we are making web app, and then we are also making Android. So we are also planning to go for iOS this time, but then we don't want to work with two languages, right? So we were having different options. We could have gone for Ionic, we could have gone for React Native or Flutter. The problem is with Flutter, we don't have community support as of now. We don't have many developers who are working on Flutter, and we have also seen there are some bugs in Flutter. If you get stuck, you're not even sure is it your problem or is it your Flutter problem. But we took the risk. We are going for Flutter, and because I saw an ad on Google that Alibaba is using Flutter for their entire front end. If Alibaba is doing that, it should be good. So I would say Flutter always. I'm a big fan of Google, right? So if Google is saying Flutter, go for Flutter. Okay, next one. Uh, Questions are just going up. The moment I focus on one question, is going up. Web or Android? Okay, so that's a difficult question. I would say both. Why you have to stick to one? But at start, I would say go for web first, learn web, and then go for Android. Because once you start working on Android, you can't go back. Okay, next. Career opportunities after BSCIT. The thing is, if you are doing BSCIT, you really need to have a very good technical skills, because company will not hire you just because of your degree. Company will always prefer engineers. They will prefer engineer than BSCIT people. But yes, there are some companies that don't hire engineers because of their budget. That's where they go for BSCIT. But if you don't want to be in that trap, if you don't want to work in a support, if you really want to work in development, or if you want to go into uh, something which you like but then companies are not offering, then improve your skill set. Do some course from outside, do some course online, but do something. Be a master in one technology. Maybe you can say Java certification, or maybe you can do Java projects, maybe you can go for blockchain, maybe you can go for AI. So do something, okay? Don't just stick to your syllabus. Then we don't have good opportunities for basically people. Prayag says, I don't like my college studies, but I love to code. What to do? Build projects. No one is asking you to stick to your college studies. Ah, yes, your college is doing that, but then you can take out some time and build projects. Okay, blockchain, sir. Yes, blockchain will be on the way. Don't worry. Okay, Gaurav says, I don't understand why web development required. There are lakhs of websites already. Okay, see, you don't have to actually create websites just because you want to create a website. So let's say if I'm a business, okay, so if I'm a business, I want to have my own website. That's when you have to create a website. If you have some new idea, you want to build your own Facebook, maybe you want some extra features, you want some different features, of course you have to build a website. So first of all, no one creates a website just because they want to get a website. People create website just because there's a requirement to build a website. Example, let's say if I want to have my own courses on my own platform, that's where I will need my own website. As of now, I'm happy with YouTube, but maybe in future, because there are some issues with YouTube nowadays. So if I create my own platform, who will do that? So you will do that, right? So you will make a website for me. So that's why we create websites. Okay. So come on, guys. I am not saying people are hitting that like button there. Are you missing that like button, everyone? You haven't answered my question. Living. Ashish says I'm living. Okay, Ashish, but I'm not seeing your question. The thing is, you have to understand. There's so many questions just come up and then it goes up. So if I miss your question, sorry for that, but I can't help. Yeah, I surely create. So Gaurav says he will create my website. That's great, Gaurav. Okay, what about PHP? We have answered that question. Okay, what is AngularJS? AngularJS is basically a web framework for the front-end framework where you can create components, right? Instead of what you can do is just go to Google or just go to YouTube, search for Angular crash course. There should be one video on Angular for 30 minutes. Watch it. You will get a good idea, because it is difficult to explain AngularJS in this thing, but it's very famous nowadays. But there's a good salary package available for that. Should I learn all programming language? Not exactly. You don't have to learn all programming language. You just have to learn 3 languages. Okay. Why 3? Because there are different programming paradigm available. Like we have POP, which is procedure-oriented programming. Then we have object-oriented programming, and then we have functional programming. So I would say go for C language, go for Python, and go for Java. So learn 3 languages, and you're good to go. I mean, of course, you don't have to learn all 3. You can just go for Python. You're good to go. But I would also suggest go for Java and C to be on safe side. Java versus Kotlin, I will still stick to Java, because Kotlin is losing its charm, I guess. Not a lot of people are moving towards Kotlin now. Stick to Java because Java has a long run. So if you are sure you want to go into Android, then go for Kotlin, no issue. Okay, so last one question and then we are good to go. We are already done with 45 minutes. Okay, what is the question? Ubuntu tutorials? No. So, no, I'm not planning for Ubuntu nowadays. Okay, Zomato has switched their stack to Kotlin, is it? Not sure. That's good. If Zomato is shifting to Kotlin, that's good. Okay, so that's it, everyone. That's it for today. You can see I'm answering less and I'm then coughing a lot. So that's it. I hope you're enjoying my live sessions. Just hit that like button there. We'll again try to connect. Until that time, you can share this video with your friends. We are almost reaching 3 lakh subscribers, right? So we just need to complete 2,000 subscribers and then we are good to, we will be closing at 3 lakh subscribers soon. That's the benchmark for me, okay? So it's actually very difficult to get 3 lakh subscribers, but then I'm so lucky to get your love there. So that's what motivates me, So every time we get new subscribers, they have their own expectations, and I have to fulfill them, right? So do support, keep supporting, share my videos with your friends, and let's grow this channel, right? This is our favorite channel, and I can say this is one of the best channel. Yay! We are reaching 3 lakh subscribers. So that's it, everyone. Bye bye. See you next time.